Hello, everyone, and let's welcome Dr. Souvik Dey.
Thank you.
Heartiest congratulations on securing rank 28, Souvik, in MA AIMS PG entrance exam. Wonderful, wonderful performance. So, how do you feel, Souvik?
First of all, I'd like to thank everyone at DAMS here.
So, first he wants to thank us. Okay.
It wouldn't have been possible without DAMS, really.
Thank you so much, Souvik. आपको कैसा लग रहा है? How do you feel after achieving a rank 28 in May entrance exams?
अच्छा लग रहा है. I'm feeling happy, satisfied.
He's feeling happy and he's feeling satisfied. Great, great, great. So, Souvik, you were a pre-foundation as well as a regular course student with us.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure all your juniors want to know how helpful was it for you for doing classes from DAMS?
Yeah, it was very helpful. I was actually an exclusive DAMS student. I did everything in DAMS only, regular and TND also I did in DAMS only.
Okay.
So I put all my trust in DAMS. DAMS jo karega karega, and it paid off obviously.
Wonderful.
So I used to attend the classes when I joined in when I was 6M.
Okay.
And I used to attend the classes and I used to study accordingly. When suppose you had a class on Monday, Sunday, then next week I would study that subject only. Before exams it was a bit difficult because you have to study for the semesters also.
Yes.
So little bit was left behind that I did after the semester exams.
Okay.
That way I finished everything once by.
So he was an early joiner with us.
Yeah.
He joined early and he's been with us ever since, right? And he's been studying hard. And so what he says is that in his pre-foundation and foundation years, he tried to sit in all the classes, learn from them.
Yeah. It's important to attend all the classes and finish everything. At least read everything once before you start your internship.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the most important thing that I'd like to say, because during internship, at least in our place, it's very hectic there.
Yes.
You have to do 12-13 hour shifts. After that, you won't have the energy to study something new.
Okay.
So if you have already read something, you can revise it.
So early to early to start gives you an advantage. He says it saves a year later, right?
Yes,
when the
definitely.
internship is tough.
Yeah. It saves 1 year, obviously.
And what did you focus on when you were sitting in the classes? So there are a lot of students who really want to know what is the importance of being there in the class.
It's very important. I mean, if you do not attend the class, if you do not listen listen properly to what the teacher is trying to say, then that thing doesn't stick in your mind. I mean, it won't remain with you. You can read the note 10 times and still you will forget it. But if you have been there, attended the class, paid attention, listen to everything what the teacher has said, then it becomes way easier to revise. You can even revise anything 3 times and then you will remember everything. But if you do not attend, you have to revise it twice as many times and still you might not remember.
Might not remember.
Yeah.
Right. And was it helpful to clear your concepts right
Yeah,
from
of
the
course.
early on?
Yeah, you can ask a question on the club. If not, you can even mail them personally. They reply. If not, immediately within 1 day they reply.
Okay.
So yeah, if you have any doubt, they will clear it.
Great, great. And did joining the foundation courses also help you in your professional exams, Souvik?
Yes, it helps, because thing is same.
Yes,
They will
that's
ask-
what I want to
Yeah.
let them know, because it's a coherent thing. There is no different preparation for different type of exams. That's
Yeah.
what I want to bring
That's what I
out.
used to do. I used to study entire year for the entrance religion. Just 1 month before the exam,
Yes.
I used to look to what are the common questions that they come, and
Yes.
if you can do that much, you will get good rank. I used to get good rank also. It's not just.
So he's saying
Yeah.
he's done his professional exams with all good ranks, and he used to study the same thing for every kind of exam. So very important. That's what I want to highlight. It doesn't matter what exam you're going to appear for. We shouldn't study for a pattern. We have to study to know the things. We have to study to clear the concepts. And believe me, if your concepts are clear, it doesn't matter what exam you're going to appear for. You're going to come out as a winner in all those exams. Once you clear your concepts and once you know what you have to read, right? Because the course is vast. So were we helpful, was DAMS helpful in telling you how to concise things and what to revise later?
Yes. Basically, you have to revise everything before exam once, within 20 to 30 days of exam. Otherwise, you won't be able to do as well as you should.
Yes.
If you have to revise everything in 20 days, you have to have a concise notes that you can revise.
That's true.
High yielding note, basically.
That's
So
true.
that's what DAMS gave us. Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, and then you further on did the testing discussion with us as well, and he again sat in the classes. He found them so useful, so
Yeah.
he's done the regular course again as well.
Yeah.
So how were the tests helpful to you, Souvik?
Yes, that's very helpful. I would say More than that, say grand tests were the most helpful ones
Okay.
among the
So
tests.
very important.
Yeah.
Can you highlight them how grant test can be used? Your juniors, who are studying with us, they would want to know how they can use the grant tests and how important they are for the main exams as well.
I'll tell you what I did.
Okay, yes, that's even better. So he's going to tell you his part, what he did, and you can take out the important things from it and use it yourself as well, right?
Yeah, as I said, I finished everything once before internship.
Okay.
So during my internship, I used to give a test every month.
Okay.
So, and I used to see whether I am getting
The
more
grand test.
Grand test, yeah.
Yes.
So I used to see whether with every test is my marks improving or not.
Great.
The rank is not that important.
Yes.
I started out from 170.
Okay.
When I was just joined internship, I used to get 170 or a 300.
Okay.
And by the end of internship, I used to get around 200.
Very
so I made a
good.
30 improvement during that internship only,
Very good.
by just revising the old things.
Yes.
After that, after finishing the internship, then of course I got up to 230, 235.
So the number of MCQs you are
number of
saying. So
MCQs out
very
of 300,
important.
yeah.
You keep asking us as well, the faculty, how many number of MCQs. So we always tell you 200 out of 300 is the first safe margin. That's what he said. He reached that first. And then by revising the older stuff. And then he, sort of worked on his weak areas.
And then I
Wonderful. Something each one of you should learn how you have to go about it. Right? So then he worked on his weak areas. How did you identify the weak areas? By giving the tests?
grand test they gave you, obviously it will give the individual subject score also.
So yes.
So I was weak in my second year subjects. I used to get
Okay.
less score every time in those subjects. Then I worked on that and finally.
And he finally reached to 30 plus questions, which is amazing. And yes, it reflects in his ranks as well. And he's been a consistent performer in almost all entrance exams, which shows his dedication, his persistence to work hard and get into the Apex Institute. Great. Souvik, did you also give the mock test that they kept for the AIMS?
Yes.
Yes. And was it helpful?
Yes, it was helpful. Yeah, it had pattern was like there only and some questions were also repeats from the previous years.
Yes.
So basically, if you haven't done previous year's questions paper, then if you have given this test, you will get an idea what
Yes.
type of questions come. Yeah, it was helpful.
Great. And what about the visual sessions, Souvik?
DVT, yeah, dance visualization was very very important, and this time not just for AIMS but even for NEET.
Yes.
During my session, there were like 30 plus questions.
Yes.
And especially radiology questions were very similar to what sir showed us in the session,
Amazing.
and that helped actually. A lot of the questions I wouldn't have been able to answer had I not attended. Even in AIMS, around 50 questions are image based.
Yes, the
And
number of image questions is very, very high.
If you don't know that, then you're out of the game already.
Yes, so the visual sessions were helpful for
Very
you.
very helpful.
Great. And Souvik, towards when you're getting close to the exam, can you tell the students what is your revision strategy? Because they would say that you've been preparing from a long time, so your base was very strong. But if you have to revise in a shorter span of time, how do you go about revisions?
Like 3 days or 4 days before the exams, I used to keep 3-4 days to revise those things that I forget often, like anesthesia. These drugs I can't remember for more
Okay.
than 3-4 days.
Okay.
So that anesthesia, then IPCs of forensic, then some important tables for pathology, some interleukins and all. So I made a list for myself.
So
You
very-
people make it for yourself. And
Very
look
good.
those-
Can you tell them again this particular
yeah.
part, because this is very important. See, what people have to revise is going to be different for a different student, because you are
exactly.
going to be weak in different areas, and if you have to improve your rank, you have to work on your weak areas and not on the weak areas of other students. So that's what he's saying. Make a list. Don't listen to everybody around. Make a list of things that you are weak in, that are volatile for you, that you need to put in more revisions for, and then keep on doing that over and over again. Great. That's a great piece of advice. And coming from a topper's mouth, I think the students would take it by heart. They would learn from it, and hopefully it is going to be useful for them as well. Souvik, I want to ask from you, since you've been a student with us, for almost every kind of course that we run, I want you to know, was there any need for you to look outside the material that DAMS gives you?
No. I mean, if you attend all the classes plus TND and then attend DVT plus the mop-ups are also very helpful.
Yes.
So if you attend these and you can revise those things well 3-4 times and give test, I think that should be enough, because there is not so much time now you can read everything.
Exactly. So that is what I wanted to bring
Yeah.
out. You have to concise, and you have to have faith on what you have, do justice to what you have, and then maybe search for
Yes.
things
Once you
extra
have done
if you
with everything that DAMS gives, then, but that is not possible. How can you read?
Yes, so medical science is very vast. See, if you are going to think that you're going to do post graduation in 19 subjects, that's not possible,
Not
right?
possible,
So you
no.
have to have what is going to be most high yielding for you, and you have to keep hammering on those areas again and again, right? So Avik, also I would like to know that what all tests that you gave and were very helpful to you, and what subjects you found are very very useful for AIMS exams, for people who are going to prepare for.
Subjects for AIMS.
Yes. What
So
things do you think that students should focus on if they want to go into AIMS?
I'd say look at the pictures from Robbins. That's most important. Even if the pictures are not directly from Robbins, they would be about topics whose pictures are given in Robbins. For
Yes.
example, last time they gave a picture of Cryptococcus. Cryptococcus, it wasn't the same picture that was given in Robbins, but in Robbins there is a picture of Cryptococcus which looks similar to that.
Okay.
So even if the same picture doesn't come, similar picture will come and you will be able to identify. That is one very important. Second, I would say parasitology is very important.
Okay.
And anatomy, it's very important you read it from an atlas. I mean, you have to see the structures while you read. It's not enough just to read the notes, because there they don't ask you straightforward questions. They will ask you which muscle is supplied by which nerve. They will rather point
So that's
to a
what
structure
we've
and then they
done
will
as
say,
well
"Huh."
now in the classes as well.
Exactly.
It's all image based teaching here, so that you don't have to fetch things here and there. It's all incorporated in your class notes itself, and that's what he's saying. The images are important. They're indirect questions. So if you know do them thoroughly, and there is no reason why you should not be able to attempt
Yeah.
them. That's great. So Souvik, what are you going to opt for in AIMS?
Probably general surgery.
Probably general surgery. That's amazing. And any other advice that you want to give your juniors?
Start early, that is the most important. Otherwise, competition is very tough nowadays.
Yes, everybody is studying, right?
Everybody
so
is
start
studying.
early, he's saying.
At least 1 year, so everybody will study. No
Yes.
one will study just 6 months and come. So
That's right.
in order to get an advantage, you have to study early, start early.
Start early.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Work hard, that's all.
So for him,
Perseverance is important. I mean, like,
yes,
well, I got a rank in 2015 NEET also, AIPG.
yes.
But I didn't take, I wanted to do better. Then I got good rank in last AIMS also. And
So despite
Need
getting,
also,
that's what
but
I said, he's been a
yeah.
consistent performer, and despite getting good ranks, he persisted because he wanted to get into AIMS, into a central institute, and he's done good for himself. And we would like to wish him all the very best, and hope he inspires a lot of you to do well and be top rank holders as well. So thank you so much, Souvik, for being with us here today. And once again, heartiest congratulations from everybody at DAMS.
thank you, ma'am.
God bless.
Thank you.